Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya, and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. This video is going to be an eye tutorial based on this eye look right here using the new Nars NARSissist loaded eyeshadow palette. Look how fun and reflective and cool this baby is. I'm in love. These are so creamy and buttery and just such a perfect warm tone palette. The gold, oh my goodness, wait until you see the swatches of this baby. They are amazing. The transition shades are perfection. The metallic shades are just beautiful. There is a lot of fallout. No matter how much you tap off your brush, no matter how light-handedly you go into the palette, no matter how much you spray your brush down, there is a lot of fallout. That is my only complaint with this palette. Everything else is beautiful. The color scheme is beautiful. This is like a warm tone person's dream. I love it. I am definitely keeping it. I do my eyes first anyway, so having that much fallout is not a big deal to me, but just beware that there is a lot of fallout with this palette. I am still doing the battle of the liquid liners. So for instance, today I tested a liquid eyeliner that was horrible. So after many attempts at trying to fix it, I had to just wipe that away and redo the liner as best as I could. And I was trying to salvage my eyeshadow, not the glitter liner, but the black liner. And when I wiped away some of the black liner to try to, it was thick and bulky and just I couldn't flick it out to a nice tip. Awful eyeliner. The rest of the BH Cosmetics is just fantastic, but that liner is just atrocious. Anyway, when I was trying to clean up, I had to wipe away eyeshadow. There was just no way around it because that eyeliner was so bad. So then even just trying to touch up the littlest bit of eyeshadow just on the corners, there was so much fallout. And that was done off camera because I always do a little bit of the eyeliner on camera and then I finish up off camera. And it took me 30 minutes to try to fix that wing. And then when I had to fix the eyeshadow, I could not believe, I lightly tapped into it. I tapped off the brush, lightly tried to fix just that little outermost corner, and there was so much fallout. So just be aware, if you are purchasing this, expect fallout. Now I worked with, oh my goodness, this transition shade, this shade, this shade, wait, what did I do? Now I'm confusing them. This shade, this shade, this shade, this shade, and this one. And they all had fallout. So it was just that the dark one obviously had intense fallout where the other ones just had normal fallout, but the fallout is no joke. So that's my only complaint with this palette, but aside from that, it is beautiful. I love it. I am keeping it. I just wanted to make you guys aware because it is what it is. So if you guys want to see swatches, which are beautiful, especially that gold, it is breathtaking. I would have used the gold if I hadn't just done some other looks with golds more recently. I don't even know if they're published yet. I don't know. I can't keep up with what's been published and what's sitting in my YouTube waiting for me to publish. But if there are gold gold ones ready to be published, if they're not already, I don't know, but yes, I had to switch it up, so I went with like this tone instead. So anyway, if you want to see swatches or how to get this eye look, see it all in action, then just keep on watching. So what was waiting at my door when I came home was the Nars NARSissist loaded, I was gonna say fully loaded eyeshadow palette. Look how fun and reflective and gold. I already have fingerprints all over it. This packaging is, I didn't even know that Nars did palettes. Is that a really bad thing? Is this their first eyeshadow palette? Like, I know they did palettes, like cheek palettes. I mean, I've got like their blush palette. I've got a bronze face, like bronze brush, highlight palette, a blush palette. Like, I've got palettes. I didn't know they did eyeshadow palettes. Is this their first one? Do you guys know? I've just never seen a Nars eyeshadow palette before, but I am already in love because it is gold and I am dying to get into this. I'm dying to see what the formulation is like, because I have no clue, but if their formulation and their eyeshadow, it's just so reflective, and I'm sorry that it keeps blinding you guys, but I can't wait to get into this. And I mean, now it is like 6:30, I think. Yeah, it's like already 6:30, so we got a couple hours ahead of us of filming because it's swatches and, you know, the whole process. But I need to pick me up because I've been in bed for 4 days now straight dealing with, you guys know I've been dealing with some stuff. So I'm gonna cry if we start talking about it, so we're gonna get off that note because I need to distract myself and film because I feel better, and I'm gonna fill you guys in. I'll have like the definitive final news on next week on Tuesday, I think it is, and then I'm gonna share with you guys what's been going on. But back to this palette, because this, I really want to get into this. It's gold, it looks so fun, and doing makeup and talking with you guys is just gonna distract me, make me feel a lot better. So this is called Loaded Eyeshadow Palette 8335. I actually can't believe my eyes don't look more puffy with how much crying I've been doing. I just looked in the monitor, I'm like, how shitty do I look right now? I know my roots are way overdone, but this is so pretty. Ooh. I love NARS packaging. I mean, they're always like this. It's always this reflective and so cool. Like, here, I got their pink one on hand. That's like the unfiltered 2 cheek one. And then here's like their eyeshadow. And then I have this NARSissist dual intensity cheek one, and that's silver. Like, their packaging is just the best. Hold on. Okay, let's get into it. Actually, it's the back of it has all the shadow names. Oh, that's 1, 2, 3, 12 eyeshadows. All right. Am I gonna break a nail? There we go. Are you a narcissist? I've noticed that comes in all of them. This is a beautiful warm toned eye palette. Yes. Oh my god, I'm instantly drawn into the gold, but I've recently done a couple gold, so I will stay away from the gold today, I promise. It just happened to be coincidence because I was doing some palettes that had like so much gold, browns, and rich tones in there, and then I had a few fawns request some like warm tone eye looks, and I love warm tone eye looks, and there's just been so many warm tone eye looks, so I'll try to stick with maybe more of that rose gold, maybe that rose gold or this shade. I don't know. We'll swatch it. We'll see what they look like. I'll stay away from the gold to switch it up. But this is a really nice color scheme. I mean, you have beautiful transition shades. You have a deep, deep, deep brown. This is a really dark navy blue. This looks beautiful on its face. Even the mirror is a really good size. So I'm gonna get to swatching this and then I will be right back. I can't wait to touch this and see what the formulation is like. All right, swatches and I will be back. Oh my God, wait until you see the swatches, this gold. The golds have been killing it in every single palette. It is like killing me to not work with the gold today. Like, wait till you see it. And the first shade in this palette is so hybrid. It is going to double as a highlighter and be stunning. The first transition shade in this palette is perfection. Every shade, all 12 are ridiculously creamy and buttery. Like, you guys need to get into a Sephora store or order this palette, send it back if you don't like it. Feeling these are so creamy. I wasn't expecting that from a Nars eyeshadow palette for some reason. I don't know, I just wasn't. I mean, I fully expect that from, obviously, brands like Natasha Denona. I just wasn't expecting the creaminess from Nars. Like, my first finger swatch, I was like, what? It's super creamy. I'm not kidding. And the pigmentation, and not one single color swatched blotchy. Not one. Not a single matte, not a single shimmer. I'm in heaven. And that dark brown is so dark, it's almost black. And the navy blue is so dark, it's almost black. So you can so build this because there isn't actually a black shade, but between those two shades, you can definitely have like a black in there. This is like a really well balanced palette. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see these swatches because I'm in love with this palette. It is a warm toned dream come true. It's just beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna zoom you guys in now. So I started with this row and I went row by row by row, and I got them all on one forearm. That's the first shade. Isn't that freaking stunning and could so be a highlight shade? In love. Most perfect transition shade. Just so beautiful. Look at that gold. I'm dying. It is so beautiful. And then this shade finishes up the first row. Then here's the second row. It's a little bit more on the peach tone. And the second shade in, third shade in, fourth shade in. That finishes up the third row. And then the fourth row, we have like a gunmetal-y tone. And then that, I mean, these are all, like every shade is breathtaking. And then this is like that dark, dark, dark brown and that dark, dark, dark navy blue. So it's super strange, but this is stunning. So I'm not sure if I want to play with like the peaches or if I want to like delve into the dark side with like the navies and maybe this one, but I kind of just did a dark one too, so I think I might actually do more of a peachy look today because I haven't really done like peach and then like a bam in rosy coral peach. I don't even know what to call this burnt orange color. I don't even know what to call it. It's just stunning. But I don't know, I'm going to prep and prime my eyelids and then zoom you guys in and we're going to figure out what to do with this eyeshadow palette. But I'm so excited because so far this is really amazing and I just didn't know what to expect, and this has already blown away my expectations. So we're going to start with the first transition shade in the palette, and I'm going to take my Carity E31 brush. Ooh, there's kickback in the pan, but that doesn't always translate to the face. And just start building the crease. Now I'm going to dip into the peachy shade, and I'm going to use my same Carity brush. I'm going to keep this slightly higher because I do want some peach tone like popping through the eye look, not just in the crease. Now this brush is so stained, but it is clean. I'm going to take my Morphe M433, yep, and dip into this shade and keep this one in my crease to start defining the crease. So this is going to stay lower. I want to define it a little bit more before I lay down my all over lid shade. So I'm a little bit scared, but I'm switching to a Morphe M321, which is really precise to get like right in the crease. And I'm going to lightly dip into that dark chocolate brown, just coat it and then really tap it off and see how this one does right in there. I'll start down here, get the excess off where it can be really deepened up, and then drag it up into the crease. Now I'm actually going to do it cut crease because there's just way too much mess on the lid, and I really want that beautiful, I don't even know what to call it, that rosy, burnt, orangey color to be the star of the show, and that darkness could detract a little bit. So I'm going to put a pump of MAC Pro Longwear Concealer on the back of my hands. I'm going to take my Sigma Cut Crease E62 and coat both sides, and just start from the base and work my way upward. Now I'm just going to take a Morphe E23 and then our first transition shade that we used and just dry this off. So it is really stormy outside and Romeo is terrified, so the baby is sitting on Mama's lap and you may see his ears or head popping out of frame now. But now we are going to go in with that beautiful shade right here. And I'm using my Milani All Over Shader Brush. So we're going to coat her really well. Really well. And then I'm going to spray her with some Milani and make it last. And then we're going to go for it. Let's see how she looks. Oh, that is pretty. Wow, that is a really nice color. That's coming across more copper than the swatch. That is gorgeous. It is time to test out another liquid liner. Today will be the BH Cosmetics BH Liquid Eyeliner in black. Ooh, that's a chubby felt tip. So let's see how this performs. So I finished up my face and oh my goodness, did I put a lot of products to the test. So I will start off with like the basics. I popped on my Elegenz lashes in Bombshell. Oh my goodness, did I miss these. I know that the order of videos is like all over the place because I pre-record so many days ahead, but it's been about a week since I've had these on, so to pop them back on, oh, it just made me so happy. Romeo was looking at Mom like she's crazy, but they, oh my gosh, I just love these. So I have my Elegenz lashes back on. Then today I tested out the, oh my gosh, Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder in Translucent 070-24. And this was awesome. I thought there was no way I could do a battle of the setting powders without trying this one out, because I know this is such a go-to for so many YouTubers on the drugstore end. So I did test it out and I loved it. Unfortunately, I managed to pick up the scented version, but it really isn't that bad. And I am so scent sensitive. So as soon as I opened it, I was like, whew. But it did fade. Like, I don't smell it at all anymore. So it at least doesn't last like lingering on the face. Thank goodness, because then I would have had a problem. So it did not last, which is awesome, but it is really nice. So that is awesome from the drugstore. I do have a few really good ones from the drugstore. I had some products fall apparently. Today I also tried out my Fiona Stiles Luminous Finish Foundation Concentrate again, and this time I tried it out with the, oh my god, my products are just falling everywhere. I received a sample of the CoverFX Illuminating Primer. So I tried this on underneath this and it worked amazing. I think that this is going to be a really awesome foundation primer. And even just like to put on just for a beautiful dewy glow as a moisturizer, even if you weren't priming your skin. Like, I was putting it on and I'm like, oh my gosh, this feels so amazing and hydrating, and it gives like the littlest bit of dewiness and glow, and like, this is gorgeous. And it says that illuminate your skin inside and out. Illuminating primer preps skin for makeup application and adds a luminous glow instantly. Over time, this primer will help eliminate dull skin for a brighter, radiant appearance. Apply every morning on a clean face, ideal to prime skin for foundation application and to add a radiant glow. And there is a lot in this sample, so I'm going to get quite a few uses out of this. So I'm going to test it out with a few foundations, but I tested it out with this one today and it was fabulous. Oh my goodness. I then decided to do a double wing afterwards. It hit me. I'm like, I have the Tarte Pro glitter liner in that rose gold. I think it's called rose gold. Yes, rose gold. And we're doing like a copper rose gold eye. So I threw this on. That was like a total spur of the moment decision. So I did that off camera, but it is beautiful. So I now have that on. The BH liquid eyeliner that I tested out is going in the atrocious bin. Oh my god, this is so bad. It's like so thick but short that like you can't even get tight to your lash line. And it's so chubby that you can't like draw a nice precise line. You can't flick out a nice like flick at the end of your wing. There's no drawing anything. I literally had to like wipe away my wing. I kept trying to redraw it. I spent like 30 minutes off camera trying to get my wing after this. I was so frustrated. This is so horrible. Like BH Cosmetics face powder that I tested out was the one that was like, it was just okay. Nothing horrible, nothing amazing, just okay. Where everything else BH Cosmetics is amazing. Like every eyeshadow palette, every blush that I've tried. I haven't had a chance to try their bronzer yet, but I have picked one up. But everything else I've tried has been so, so good. This is so bad. This is going in like the atrocious side of the battle of the liquid liners. Do not buy this one. And it breaks my heart because I love BH Cosmetics. But speaking of BH Cosmetics, I did use their Spotlight Highlight Palette for my beautiful glow that is going on. And I used the shade Radiance, which is this one right here. So that's this pretty glow to go with the copper rose gold tone we got going on. And I put it under the brow bone as well. So I told you, they kill it. They kill it in highlight, they kill it in eyeshadow, they kill it in blush. I still have to try the bronzer. But so far, they've like killed it, and their setting powder was still fine. It wasn't horrible, it just wasn't the best. It was just, oh my god, that liquid eyeliner. Just don't buy it. Everything else, buy. Then I'm wearing right now the Smashbox Mauve Squad. This is their Be Legendary Liquid Metal. I think it's just a gloss because it feels like just a gloss. I don't think it's like a liquid lip or anything. I think these are just glosses, but that is what is on my lips right now. And then, oh my goodness, these two products. Let's talk about them. So the NYX Bright Idea Illuminating Stick in BIIS04 Rose Petal Pop. Looks like this. And I tried it first right on foundation because I didn't know how these would wear, like both of them. I also have the Wet and Wild Mega Cushion Highlight. This is new. And it is in the shade 103A, Who's That Pearl. So both of these I tried out right on top of my foundation. Let me show you. This one comes with a little sponge, and then you pull it, take the sponge off, pull the top off, and then it's like, you know, one like those cushions that you can pick up now. So we'll talk about this first. So this I put right onto my foundation. I put it like on the apples of my cheek. I pulled it upward. I blended it out with the Beauty Blender, which is now really, really stained. I hope it washes out. And it was beautiful on top of foundation. Both of these gave like the most beautiful spring, summer glow for a blush and a highlight duo. I know they're different companies, but they just worked amazingly together. Then I set my face, and then it all broke up. Like, broke up. I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna fix this? So I then tried to go back in and reapply this oh my gosh, this like blush illuminating stick. Well, they call it illuminating stick. This is hardcore blush, hardcore. And then go over the highlight, which is like a very subtle dewiness, but together the glow is so pretty. And then once I put it over top of the powder, it did not like being over top of powder either, which is what I suspected, which is why I tried putting it right on top of the foundation and then setting it, because I didn't think that drugstore companies would perform well on top of powder, because Custom FX is fine over top of powder, Marc Jacobs is fine over top of powder, Iconic London, but you're talking like expensive ass products that perform well over top of powder, not drugstore. And NYX and Wet&Wild are great brands, but I mean, at some point it's still, you know, liquids before powder. So these two products are going to be fantastic in the summer when you're just doing like a quick little flush of color. You're going to the beach, you just want like a little rosiness, a little glow. You're using a little cream bronzer. You know, you're not going like full face glam. You're not using any kind of powders. You're not setting it down. Then these two are going to be beautiful. So I am going to hold on to these because I think these are going to be great, like beach day type of, just giving you this beautiful fake it luminosity type of products. There we go. And so I do think that they are awesome. They're just not awesome when you're doing your whole typical makeup routine with powders. And if you're somebody who either doesn't wear makeup at all when you're going to the beach, or you're somebody who is like all the way or no makeup, which is usually me, but every once in a while, you know, I'm going to like the park with the kids and I just want to put sunglasses on, it'll be nice to just add like something to the cheek area with sunglasses so it kind of looks like you got something on your face. It's just, I think that these are really nice options, and mixed together they really are pretty. And Dumbo is behind there shaking my lights and my camera. But I wanted to let you guys know that really these two items are not good if you guys use powders of any form and that's like your only routine is to use powders. I would stay away from buying any version of these two products. And then I did my tight lining with my Nabla Velveteen. Is it just in black? I think I had this issue before. I think it was just in black. Bombay black. Long lasting matte eyeline pencil, and I'm about to do my waterline with this as soon as I zoom you guys in. So now you are all caught up, so I can zoom you guys in and we can get going on finishing up this lower lash line. Alright, I'm kind of thinking that I want to do a pop of color with this Marc Jacobs liner. It's the why can I never remember this one? Highliner Matte Gel Eye Crayon in Vine Wine. So I'm going to smudge this right below my lash line and hope that it works, but I'm sure it's going to get totally covered up, but hopefully it'll be a nice little pop. I actually want to take the coppery rose gold main star of the show and just go right over top of that wine color with my Sephora Pro Smudge number 11 brush. So I'm going to try that out and just hope that this works out. Spray her with some Milani Make It Last. And let's see how she looks. Yeah, I like that combo a lot. I'm not even gonna add any more rose or that copper color because I still like that little bit of wine poking through. Now taking my Morphe M506 and dipping into the BH Cosmetics highlighting palette, I'm gonna take Radiance and highlight the inner corner. I'm actually going to try mixing some ethereal in there. I haven't used this one yet. See how she looks mixed in. Just a little. Alright, this makeup look is complete. I'm just going to go get dressed, do my hair, and I will be right back. So I wanted to show you guys what it looks like if you want to amp up the look even further by adding in some Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow in Kitten Karma to complement this eye look in particular, because I always try to stick to mainly just the palette when it's a first impression palette. So I just popped it on so you guys could see what that looks like by adding like that little extra glam, because this is how I would do my makeup and then leave the house if I was doing it. And Kitten Karma, it's just so complements this look perfectly. But I didn't want to do that in the tutorial because it was a first impressions tutorial, so I don't want to mix and match too many products for you guys. So I thought I would just pop that on at the end and show you what it looks like to be all glam and polished and glittering and glowing and just sparkly and beautiful. So that's what that looks like. And I also forgot to mention when I was listing off all of the products, because I had just brain farted and put this away, but the way I tried to fix that one blush, how it had separated, was I grabbed my MAC Yum 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 Magic Dust Powder, because this is a really rosy pink, and I put that on my cheeks, and that kind of helped with the breaking up of the product. So I did forget to mention that, but that is what helped kind of smooth everything over. But look how much prettier this looks with like the added glitter. I'm looking in the viewfinder because that's where I can see it. I can't see it in the camera, but it's just so much prettier adding like that little bling. These little Stila inventions were like the best inventions ever. These are gonna be in every single YouTuber's Best of Beauty 2017. I am calling it now. Oh my goodness, they are so good. But anyway, that does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Please share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.